So this is November 27th, 2010. I'm Richard, and this is probably going to be the last Thanksgiving we spend at our childhood home. So I wanted to make sure to get a little video run through the whole place. So this is the 15-20 foot fence my dad put up, 570 East 21st Street. Front yard. My dad built. Scarecrow. Most of the yard sandwiched between two buildings. Last holdout of a neighborhood that sold out to building developers. There's an enclosed porch. Also my dad built. Used to be open. Now we're in the state of moving here, so everything's going to be a bit of a mess, but this is the porch, ceiling fan, and here's the rest of the porch outside. Building, the garage. Let's head back in. Entryway here, double doors. Close that up. Some artwork by the kids. Enter. Stairs leading upstairs. There's like a living area that my dad had converted to my room for a bit. Then my older sister Kathy lived in here. And he used to have that fireplace multicolored. You'll see it upstairs. Nice built-in storage there. Mom and sister painted all of this. Leads into the living area in there through these dual doors that can slide closed. And there used to be doors through here too, but we took them out a while ago. And here is the dining room. So, windows facing out to the brick building, windows facing out to the porch, and my dad cut that hole in the wall there so we could connect the kitchen to the dining room. And here's the kitchen. My brother and father built these cabinets here, and there used to be windows up there, but they sealed it off. Hopes of putting some more cabinetry up there. Following this around, we'll go through this door later to the backyard. There's a door down to the basement. Bit of a pantry here. Multi-step pantry. That's where we used to hide our food as kids. And that's the door we entered from. We went roundabout. And here's more cabinets for dishes, knickknacks. Here's the first bathroom. Half bath on the first floor. Little window looking out to the backyard. We'll get to that later. And here's the living room. We've had this couch for many, many years. Black leather couch. Not as many pictures and furnishings as we used to have since we're in the middle of a move. My late father pretty much made this whole house possible. We had this dining table for years as well. And then this like little greenhouse area we turned into the laundry room. So the boxes from the packing, little double doors that leads out to the greenhouse area, makeshift cabinets for the washer dryer. Come out here, back into the main hallway. Small little staircase under the steps. This is where Harry Potter would live. Were he a young child. Alright, first floor. And also that dining room table and bureau over there we've had for probably more than 30 years. Now we're going to head up the stairs to the second floor. This used to be stained glass windows here. This is the upstairs hallway. And the 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms. So I'll start with the main one here on the right. Oops, stepped on the dog's water. And this closet here where they used to hide the Christmas presents. Oh, it's locked, but fairly big size closet. This is above the washer and dryer room. Use this as a greenhouse, so you can see out to the other buildings area. And falling into a state, a little disrepair there with a leaky roof. And this is, my father had closed this off and made a separate little storage closet in here, but we've torn it down as we're trying to. It's the window we looked through earlier. My dad loved plants. There's looking down in the backyard, which we'll get to in a bit. Rear neighbors' houses. So, it's this main bedroom. And we'll go into what my older brother's room for many years, now the guest bedroom. That's where I'm staying right now. Little dog ramp, built-in shelves. That's what I was talking about before. This is another fireplace here. My dad had painted it all sorts of bright colors many moons ago. Built-in shelf area there. Radiator. This leads into a shared bathroom similar to Brady Bunch style. That leads into where my older sister used to stay. Some of the original stained glass windows from the house. Mom's a little sick, so we'll try to go through this quickly. This is my older sister's room for many years. It's my sick mom. There's her TV. Older Xbox system there. This is looking out to the front where we started this expedition out there by that gate. This is above the porch. And this is a hand painting my brother Giovanni did many years ago. Very detailed, pretty impressive. Otro lado. Oh, and he was a big Spawn fan, so I believe he did this with a airbrush. Spawn. So, back out into the hallway. That was the third bedroom. We went around through the bathroom. Going now into the fourth, and this is, oops, I took the light out before, but that's the linen closet in there. Oh, I hear the kids. Linen closet. This is pretty much the only working shower in the house now. It's kind of the original tiles that came with the house. Not the fanciest of colors, but some more of the original stained glass windows. And the mirror there, and my father with his artistic abilities Painted a flower over a crack in that mirror. Very clever. And this used to be my room as a child. My dad took it over. And kind of once again a problem with the roof there. My father had this ingenious way of trapping water and sending it out. But this is my little room for many, many years growing up. There's another spawn that my either Giovanni or Alexis put together. And then you can kind of see the hints of more artwork that they were planning on doing and never finished. And then there, I'll take this down. This my father made a collage. Let me remove it. Let's see if I can remove that. That's a painting my father did. Close the door. Painting my father did based on a page from a Dungeons and Dragons book that he got from us. I thought it was very well done. Okay, put that back on there. This used to be another bathtub in here. I took it out because it wasn't working. As you can see, my father was making a Finding Nemo motif in here. It's all blue and white as if you're in underwater. Nice, there's a mermaid there. It's really nice. There's one of the clownfish. Let's try to get this stuff. A mermaid. Close the door. And there's a light there. And there's Nemo and his dad. So, very artistic, my father. And then, once again, more original stained glass. Let's see if this opens. No, it doesn't, but not a big deal. Moving on. Let's see if there's another painting from my brother's Nightcrawler on the wall. And this is the view out there of the building. And also faces the backyard. Kind of hard to see. Backyard's in the day. And just a closet. It's a VHS tapes, looks like. And then this is a staircase that leads down to the kitchen. This used to be, from the original architectural plans, the maid's bedroom, so it has a direct staircase down to the kitchen. And we'll come back this way after we check out the attic. So, back facing the bathroom. So, this is the attic. Yeah, it's a little dark. Yeah, hold on.
Can I show you something for you?
Yeah, I'm finishing a video. Show me later. Alright. Vaulted ceilings. Looks like this is an original slate billiards table that came with the sale of the house. Can you go with your mom, Giovanni? I'm trying to film a video here.
What? What did you say?
So. Oh, interesting. How these are all tied. Oops.
I turned the light on so you could see better.
Okay, that's not working, but all ingeniously tied together. Used mostly for storage. Many years. My sister lived up here for a while. Catherine. And Dad used to collect all this styrofoam to try to insulate the high vaulted ceilings and roof. And this, once again, facing out to the front of the house, where we started the original journey here. And a bunch of storage stuff over there. Trying to navigate around here. And This little storage area. And there's my older sister who used to live up here.
You don't have to say older.
There's my lovely sister who used to live up here on this billiards table as a bed. So that's the first, second, and attic. Now we're gonna head down to the basement and the backyard. There's my nephew Giovanni. All right, I'm gonna go through my dad's room.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna go through the maids. Don't go down there. Uniform painting I had for a long time, and I think my dad took a liking to it. I put on the lights. Okay, good. All wooden paneling. But hold on, back up. So this is the
Yes.
this is the door where, as a youngster, I got the scar on my arm when I locked myself out and tried to push through the window here. My whole arm went through the glass and cut me up real bad. So this is the staircase I used to get to sneak into the kitchen, get some food.
Yeah.
And there we go. Turn on the lights here. So back in the dining room, and that's the door I just came down from, the maid's room that leads straight into the kitchen. Now I'm gonna head to the basement, which is on the left here, across from the foyer, or pantry I should say. Stairs down to the basement. Below the ceiling there that my dad put some caution signs on. And the basement's pretty much the entire floor plan of the house. So there's a big storage area here. This is pretty much the whole basement that my dad used to work out here before he passed away. Punching bag. This is a bar that my dad built many years ago. My sister Kathy and I got drunk when I was in like first grade or something. We snuck in and accidentally drank too much sherry wine, but be that as it may, full of books. We packed up most of the books already, but many books. This is the boiler room. The current boiler, the original boiler. There's a blast from the past. There we have the circuit breaker room. The water heater. And the house is heated with radiators all throughout the home. Let's turn off the light. Alright, and let's go this way. These are the stairs we just came down from. This is where my dad used to do his woodworking, and he used to have all his tools and everything up here, but we had someone come and just clean everything out, metal wise and tool wise. Then we keep walking to the back. There's more miscellaneous wooden stuff, and this is a room that was all storage and mostly tools and equipment. So we hardly ever came back here. Shut that light off. This one too. Coming back around, this is underneath the stairs, more storage. And this was a room that when we first got the house, my dad was going to build into a restroom, and the guy who was supposed to do it never finished. So now this door leads to the outside up these stairs, but there's an easier way to get to it through the kitchen, so I'm going to do that. And then we'll call it over. Turn off the lights. Back up the stairs. Again. This is a foyer where we keep stuff nice and cold, very well insulated. This is where all the recycling stuff goes. Windy day. This is the backyard. Mom's garden. Close the door here so the house doesn't get cold. Tomatoes, cucumbers. Oh, it looks like there's one couple of struggling tomatoes still trying to make it through the winter. Poor little guys. This is where my father fought against the squirrels. This is the back of the house between the two buildings. And right there is a beautiful mural that my father painted. He used to watch Bob Ross a lot. Learned how to paint Bob Ross and painted all of this. Tool shed. There used to be a house back there that burned down. It's all grass and leaves now, but oh, there's a lot of tomatoes actually out there. It's another view of the rear of the house, and nice brick patio that my father built. My mom. Ivy gateway there. You see paintings, another painting here, all over the place. My dad used to love to paint. Love to paint, I should say. And then this is the rear of the garage. It's to the front. And there's our old Camaro. I believe it's a 1983 IROC Z28. Engine, at least to the front, but I won't go through here. I'll go through the other side and finish off close to where we started. And then this way, there's the door to the basement. Window to the foyer, window to my old room, my dad's last room. My dad built these cinder block rails to keep us from falling off the side of these stairs. And it looks like something fell over in this heavy wind, so I'll just get through there. But this is the side of the house. My dad was working on another mural here before he passed away. It's gonna be beautiful, it looks like. Got some of the ivy growing over it to add some texture. This is the side of the house. Basement. All the way around. The fence that my dad bought because it was a bad neighborhood and people were stealing stuff from our porch and such. So it goes all the way to this gate, which we hardly ever use. That's the backyard we just came from. Lots of different trees and plants. My father planted most of them, not all. These stone pathway. This ivy, this is the gate for the garage. We come in, and there's the garage. So that finishes the tour of the Velazquez family residence, 570 East 21st Street, Brooklyn, New York. 11226 since 1979, and will probably be sold here in 2010. Originally paid $30,000, and I believe we're going to get something like $850,000, down from $1 million a few years ago. Obviously going to miss this house, so that's why I decided to do a video tour so that we'd never forget it. Happy Thanksgiving.